Hey everybody, it's Eddie here on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. So we decided to go live this morning because I asked everybody last night and they said it might be a good idea. So I'm trying it out. So if you're on, hop on, drop me a note so I know that you're alive. Anyway, what's going on today? If you haven't been paying attention overnight, even from last night, Bitcoin hit over $71,000. That's huge. That's huger than huge. It's actually a great thing. But my question, the poll of the day is, are you taking profit or not, right? So take the poll, let me know what you're thinking, see what's going on. Anyway, Bitwise CIO Matt Hougan highlights that the power of the crypto space in Washington, D.C. is growing. It's definitely growing. That's definitely a good thing. And they're Stitch making an appearance. Bain Capital is going to launch their second crypto-related fund. That's big. I'm actually interested in that. The next one up is the global decline of correspondent banks, meaning, how they handle settlements. So the Bank of International Settlements is saying, we're going to look into that, number one. Number two, how we're going to address it, we're looking into Bitcoin. Well, not just Bitcoin, but they're looking into crypto in general to settle cross-border settlements. That is bigger than big. So I'm sitting back and I'm thinking about this. I'm saying, this is saying, Bank of International Settlements is saying that there is a problem for international settlements. There is a problem for cross-border transactions, and they are looking at crypto. Then you have to put in mind that there are already banks out there working with Chainlink, right? And working with other technologies in the blockchain space to also solve that problem. So when I sit back and I look at it, good morning, Elix, how are you, my brother? So when I look at that, I sit back and I kind of say, yeah, adoption isn't just here, it's almost becoming mandatory. As companies start to realize that, oh, we have a problem with something, have we explored blockchain? That's literally what they're doing right now. Literally what they're doing right now. Elix, I didn't think you were going to take profit today. I didn't think so. You're probably like me. You're probably going to wait. So in my trading portfolio, and I'll get into it a little bit later, I might take a little bit of profit, right? I might do that. But let's keep getting on to the news. Binance is going to hit off, right, 50 different new coins. They're going to start listing them. And that includes Notcoin and Axie Infinity. Those are big deals. And the reason why they're going to accept those coins is because they're not memes. They're real coins. That's a big difference. And we'll get into it. We got into it a little bit last night, but we'll get into it this morning about coins and about meme coins specifically. Then we have the US Spot ETFs, $800 million taken in yesterday. $800 million taken in yesterday. If that's not a sign of a market that's about to go wild, I don't know what is. You're having a massive, massive amount of institutional inflows that are happening right now. And guess who led last night? Who led yesterday's inflows? Fidelity, surprisingly, not BlackRock. Fidelity had about $300 million in inflows by itself. So Fidelity, BlackRock, ARC 21 shares, all of them just blew up yesterday. Just blew up. That says a lot about that space. It says a lot about the space. And you know that we are expecting some kind of news this week. I would be hard pressed that you're going to put a deadline of this past Friday for Ethereum spot ETFs and not approve the S1s this week. At the very least next week. But I'm really expecting something this week. I would not be surprised if it happened this week. I'd probably be more surprised if they waited until next week because it was such a rush. Once the hoopla was over, once the pressure just said, fine, skip it, we'll just do it, bang. So I'm expecting the spot ETFs, the spot Ethereum ETFs, I'm expecting them this week. That would be another good piece of news. Now, something else that I'm paying attention to, all of the employment data. The employment data, I'm not expecting it to be great. Well, I'm expecting the employment data to further back Powell into a corner. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I said that he's in a bad spot. And the bad spot is that economy is doing well, but jobs data isn't so great. Jobs data is taking a hit right now. So he can raise rates, but inflation is already high, and that's going to be a problem. He could lower rates, but inflation is already high. So he's in a really bad predicament about what he can and cannot do, what he should not do. I don't know. I don't know. I would not want his job right now is what I do know. He's in a tough position, a very tough position. Do I expect one rate cut this year? With all that pressure, I think Powell might just do it, but it's going to be tough. It's going to hurt. I think eventually it's going to hurt, which is why you have to pay attention to what you're doing right now. You must invest. And with everything that's going on with the banks, over $500 billion in unrealized losses, almost $1 trillion in unrealized losses. You better be investing. I'm praying you're investing and preparing for everything that's coming. I really do. What else is going on? Binance, like I said, is listing Axie Infinity and Notcoin along with 48 other coins. They're also at the same time implementing new rules introduced by MiCA about stablecoins, must be regulated stablecoins, which has Tether in a tizzy because they might not be considered a regulated stablecoin. That's a problem. I think Europe might be asking for issues in that space. And the reason why I think that Europe might be asking for issues in that space is because Tether is the world's largest stablecoin. Yes, it's an algorithmic stablecoin. Fine. But it's been working all this time. What's your problem? I think therein lies the problem. What else is going on? We've got DMM Bitcoin, that Japanese exchange that got hit for like 300 mil or something like that, some ridiculous number. They're looking to raise about $321 million to compensate everybody that got hit by it. Now, that's actually a really good thing, but I really want you to take a step back and realize what's going on. So DMM got hit. Obviously, they didn't have the reserves to handle it, which is why when I reported Gate.io having 115% of what they needed to cover, that is why that is a big deal. Know the exchanges, whether they're a DEX or a SEX. Know your exchanges and what they have and don't have, right? Because if Gate.io got hit, they're like, well, we can cover it. We've got the money. They showed it to the world. We have 15% above what we would need to cover everything on our exchange. Wow. So when you look at DMM, you're kind of like, so you guys weren't prepared? Why not? Are you that small that you just weren't ready for that kind of a hit? That's what you should be paying attention to. What is the exchange that you're working with? What is their process? And how much cash do they have on hand to handle a hack, to handle any kind of downturn? What is it? That's why I tell people, don't just go out there willy-nilly and just go select an exchange and think that everything is going to be good and everything's fine. It's not. It's not. At any given moment, any exchange can get hit. At any given moment, any exchange can see a downturn. The question is, are they prepared for that downturn? Do they have a book, literally a book of standard operating procedures? If this, then that. If this, then that. They need to have it. Banks have to have it. So exchanges should act like that and have the same thing. Just saying, it'd be a smart idea to do so. Very smart idea to do so. So there's a lot going on in the news right now. Right now, I'm looking at, again, I said it last week that I thought that Bitcoin was going to hit at least 71,000. But the number that we have to hit, if we're going to see real growth, is going to be 74,000. Now, with that said, are you paying attention to some of these coins that are like absolutely exploding right now? I mean, Floki was up 25% when I looked overnight. Overnight, it was up 25%. And I just sat there and I was just like, well, what? My eyes are hurting me. Is that what's going on? Then I looked at my wallet and I was like, no, that was real. That was real. Dog with Hat was up over 6%. Hedera H bar only about 2%. Aptos was up about 4%. Same thing for Render. And you're just looking at a lot of coins that are just up. And they're all riding the coattails of Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit above 71,000. Now, with regard to my trading, I have separate wallets. I have my holding wallets. I have my trading wallets. So in my trading wallets, I'm looking at Notcoin and I'm looking at Toncoin. And I'm like, maybe I should buy some Notcoin, but I'm going to wait for it to cool off a little bit. Maybe. Because I think it's just got upside right now. I think it's got nothing but upside right now. Toncoin is up a lot. So I'm sitting back and I'm going, I'm glad I got some. Should I get more? Then I'm looking at Shiba Inu. Should I get more? Because they're nowhere near their all-time highs. I mean, Toncoin is, but Toncoin has got traffic, real traffic. And there's a difference between real traffic and meme traffic. So right now, the number one spot for memes is Solana. And what I said last night was, if meme traffic goes away, what happens to Solana? Toncoin's got real traffic. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, well, Toncoin's brand new, basically new. They've got tons of traffic from gaming to other dApps that are coming online. So Toncoin from here is just going to grow, and they're growing really on the back of real traffic. Whereas Solana is growing on the back of meme coins. And like I said, if meme coins go away, whether it be due to regulatory compliance issues, right? Because Binance has dropped a couple of meme coins. They've dropped a few coins just because they think those coins are not operating at industry standards. So if meme coins go that route, well, what kind of traffic do you have left? I heard somebody say that there were over 500,000 coins created. So you can imagine the fact that not so many coins are actually listed on some of these lists, like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Live Coin Watch. That's the reason why. They have to be at some kind of level, hit some kind of parameters to even get listed. And then to be taken seriously, you need to verify the data that's within the list for anybody like me to kind of go, oh, okay, that's interesting. If your data is not verified on one of those exchanges, I don't care about your project. And when people ask me, well, what are your parameters? That's the first parameter. Have the data verified. Same thing with DEXs. I want to know DEXs, SEXs, all the exchanges. I want to know, what do you have in reserves? Where are your audit statements? Gate.io puts that out every month. All the big boys put that out every month. We've got this amount. We've got this amount. We've got this amount. So a small exchange like DMM, even if you thought they were a big exchange, they're not. $321 million and you got to go to the street for money to pay everybody back, you're not a big exchange. Not a big exchange at all. And obviously, they need a little bit of help running things, right? But what I do commend them on is, hey, we had a problem. Hey, we're trying to address the problem. And they're making those public statements and they're taking public steps. That's what I also appreciate. So when they grow up and their operating procedures mature, okay, then I won't be upset with them. Stitch is just hanging out. Sorry, guys. He doesn't want to get on camera. He's literally just chilling on the floor next to my feet. So that's what's popping through my head right now, right? So if you have any questions, drop them in. Just let me know what you're thinking. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should go through the numbers. So let's do that. Let me switch this. There you go. Looking at the Fear and Greed Index, still at 75. DeFi Llama, total value locked, 134. That's good. It's up a little bit. We've got a long way to go before we get back to the 200 million. But just think about this. We're in the hundreds. Look how long that we were far away from the hundreds, right? And now we're back in the hundreds. As Bitcoin rises, all things will rise. The other point is that not really all things will rise. The good projects will continue rising and set new highs. I'm really paying attention to Floki. The reason why I'm paying attention to Floki is because Floki has been making moves that kind of say they want to shake that meme moniker. They kind of want to come away from that. And I'm all for it. I am absolutely all for it. Now, you can see that we're just moving lateral. Even with this move over the past couple of days, it's still a lateral move. It's still basically moving lateral. This is the last time we hit any kind of decent high, like 72 or something like that. And we're at the same spot now. So I'd like to be above this little green line at 69,355. I love that. But we really need to be maintain above 70 for a certain period of time before I'm going to believe that we're going to pop past and hit 74. A lot of people are saying 75. No, 74 is my number. 74,000 for Bitcoin is my next number, period. Beyond that, there's no history to it. There's nothing. But beyond 74, I think 80 would be the next stop. We might pause at like a 75, 76, move laterally for a little while, but I think that upward momentum would seriously push us past 80. And you've got to stop and think. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Bitcoin was down at like, what, 16, 17? Wow. For all those out there that were able to get in, wow. Just want to check to see if there are any notes. Cool. Next one up is the big picture. I always look at the big picture just to see like who's deeply up. So Wrapped Ethereum is up. Don't care about that. But Floki's up big. WIF is still up. Toncoin, Bonk. Notcoin taking a hit down, but that's going to come back. To me, I think that's going to wind up being a major buying opportunity. Why? Because I don't think the news of Binance listing Notcoin is really out there yet. So I'm probably going to try to get in. That's going to be a very big deal. Bonk is up a little bit, but again, pay attention to some of these things. SHIB is up as well. So is Doge. But you want to pay attention to all-time highs, right? And the percentage that you're off on those all-time highs. And I'll show you what I mean. So if you look at Bitcoin right now, it's all-time high. It's only like 4% off its all-time high. That's why I have from ATH. So here's the ATH, here's the from ATH. I pay attention to that because it's going to tell me, well, do I have a lot of running room? And it helps me think, does this coin have enough gusto to blow past? And I'm sitting back and I'm saying, you have a lot of coins out there that can actually do some multiples just to get back to their all-time high. So for example, I hold a bag of Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is 74% off its all-time high. Tell me that's not huge. That's absolutely huge. And they're making moves. They're literally making moves. So do I expect Shiba Inu to blow past its all-time high? Yes. Is now still a good time to get in? To me, for my bag, yes. And the whole reason why is because it's 71% off its all-time high. And they've got more gas in the tank because they keep blowing out their ecosystem. That's why. That's why I like it. When I'm looking at Toncoin's brand new. They're only a little bit off their all-time high, 5%. That's not a big deal. But I'm expecting Toncoin to hit at least $10. Truthfully, my magic number is 12 for Toncoin. So I think that can actually happen, and you might see them overtake, Dogecoin. I can really see that. I can almost easily see that. I can see Shiba Inu about to pop Cardano. They're only $1.2 billion off. That's not a hard thing to do. And then right on the heels of that is Avalanche. And a little bit more news about more banks coming on board with Chainlink. Chainlink's going to grow. Chainlink, I believe, is going to be the big boy. Look at that. 66% off its all-time high. I think it will blow through their all-time high easily. Easily. All these bank deals that happen, they've had successful pilots. The first time that somebody says, oh, hey, we're definitely doing this with Chainlink, done. Everything will just explode. We're talking about settlements here. That's one of the companies, that's one of the projects that people are looking at for settlements. The other ones are Stacks. No, Stellar and Polygon. Those are things that we should be paying attention to. So this afternoon or later on this evening, I will not be having my normal show. And the reason why is because I have a meeting. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing. Good morning, Cortez. Haven't seen you in a minute. I'm going to go right now because I know that I've kept you for a while. I've delivered the news and there's more coming today. There'll be more news throughout the day. Hit growmybag.tv so you can read the articles. We pop out articles every day. I'm popping out about anywhere between 10 and 20 articles a day on stocks, bonds, options, cryptos, all of it. Even general news that I think will affect our bags. Pretty soon we'll have articles and classes from the Small Business Development Center, and we'll also have news and articles from us giving classes on a whole bunch of other stuff, including business management. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.